All right, step 3, we're once again on page 38. Step 3, we are going to be using at least 2 different machine stitch patterns, and you need to have at least 6 stitches on your sample bag piece here. You'll notice if we look in the pictures, we've got it pinned. Now this is showing 2 different stitches. It's showing a zigzag stitch and then on the diagonal a straight stitch. You can do this however you want. You could do it just simply straight. You could do a checkered pattern. It's your bag. You just need to make sure you're making machine adjustments 2 times and that you're getting at least 6 stitches on your bag. So switching to the machine here. You've got your machine threaded. You should have thread on your top here and thread in your bobbin. Your top thread should be long enough to reach that thread cutter on the side. Your bobbin thread should be long enough to reach the thread cutter right here. We've got it threaded. Now I'm using a contrasting thread color. That means you're going to see my stitches really, really well on the fabric. I would recommend that you use for your project matching thread color. It's less likely to show your mistakes. So I'm going to start with straight stitch, just the normal machine settings, and I'm going to do my stitches approximately 6 inches apart. Well, sorry, an inch apart. So I'm going to line up my fabric right here on the edge of the stitch plate because that's 1 inch distance. I'm going to start stitching just 1 or 2 stitches. I'm going to back stitch just 1 or 2 stitches, and then I'm just going to keep my fabric lined up. You'll notice I'm sewing right over those pins that are holding my fabric in place. It's okay, the world will not end, okay? We're going to just work our way all the way across. When I get to the other side, I'm going to back stitch just 2 or 3 stitches. The needle is up. I can lift up my fabric, pull it out, and trim my threads. Now you'll notice I've got a little bit of a pucker right there. That's okay. I'm not worried about that. That will pretty much be able to iron that out towards the end. I'm not too concerned. I'm just going to repeat this process, and now that I've got that stitch in place, I can pull these 3 pins out because now that stitching is holding everything in place. I'm just going to line up my stitch right there. I'm going to put my presser foot down. I'm going to sew 1 or 2 stitches, back stitch 1 or 2, and I'm going to keep it lined up and just work my way all the way across. Let the machine do the work. Your hands are just there to guide. And I'm going to repeat this process. When I back stitch at the end, that needle is going to come up. I'm going to trim my threads. So once again, now I've got 2 seams. I'm going to repeat this process all the way across. And then I'll be able to remove these pins. And then I'm probably going to sew a zigzag this way on my bag, probably using just a grid line of 1 inch mark, just so that I'm practicing making some machine adjustments. Then you're ready for step 4.